Arratsaldeon, muy buenas tardes a todos.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for being here. As you know, the San Sebastian Film Festival is awarding for the second year the award, the Jaeger-LeCoultre Prize to Latin cinema. This firm, Swiss watchmaking firm, is committed to the San Sebastian Film Festival, supporting, in this case, Latin cinema, and in this edition, the award winner is the actress Vega. It's a pleasure, undoubtedly, for the San Sebastian Film Festival to receive in this press conference to the recognized, internationally recognized actress who we know has developed an enormous, an impressive career on both sides of the Atlantic, in Hollywood and in Spanish cinema. Of all of this, I'm sure we'll have the occasion to talk about it during this press conference that we're going to start without further ado. Whenever you deem pertinent, please ask your first question. Hi, Path. What challenges do you still have to overcome as an artist? Well, challenges. Well, I think many. I think that every project that I confront is a new challenge, and that's how I take it. And I get nervous, like on the first day, and I have a lot of doubts, like on the first day I started to work in this. And I think that the beautiful thing about this profession is each project is a new challenge in itself, and I hope there'll be many challenges, I hope. Corazon, Spanish TV, we have followed your career very closely, and we have been in the National Cinematography Award with Antonio Banderas, and he said you've got the most beautiful smile in cinema. And I would like to know, what do you think about that statement and consideration? It's a beautiful compliment from a guy from Aliatuago. From where I'm from, it's great to be here with Antonio on a great day for him as well as, and I consider he deserves that award, and Antonio deserves that award and many more, because what Antonio has done in his life as an actor is very difficult. What the minister was saying, he has opened up the path to many actors. At least he's overcome hurdles and barriers that we thought were impossible to overcome. And for many of us, he continues to be a model to follow for many actors in our country. And then he's a marvelous human being, and he's very charming and very kind, he's fun, he's very intelligent, and so therefore, as I was saying, we're very fortunate to have him amongst us on our side. What he said about your beautiful smile. Well, what did you think about that compliment? Well, my smile, I don't know. Well, I don't know. What can I say? Well, you've got to say that, not me. I don't know. The truth is, I usually smile and laugh when I feel unsure of myself, when I'm nervous and so on and so forth. That's when I most smile. I don't know. Today, and I want to finish, I've read in the festival press that an article has been dedicated to you, where it defines you that you've still got the little girl you have inside you, and you're still impressed by many things. You who have lived in Hollywood and you've lived Spanish cinema as well. Is that true? You continue to surprise yourself with this profession. You've done all the hard work. You've been there a long time. Yes, I continue to be surprised by everything. The truth is, and that's why I say, each project and every step I take, it's as if it was my first step. Today I'm receiving a prize. It's not the first one that I've received in my life, but I'm just as nervous, and I've still got butterflies in my tummy as if it was the first prize I had received. This profession this is what it's got. Each thing, each step you take, each project, it's always as if it was your first ever step. And that's why I still maintain that. And as I said before, I'm nervous now because it's a beautiful moment. And I can't avoid it, and that can't be avoided. And that also makes you to live your profession in a very intense way. Once you get bored and when everything is quite clear to you, and you're 100% over for sure of yourself, that means something has died. Hi, Path. Congratulations for this prize. A bit more intensive question, a bit more dense, and perhaps to allow you to reflect. I would like to know your opinion upon production nowadays in the world of cinema, in the filmmaking world. And here, this is an award for Latin cinema, a prize for Latin cinema. We are used to seeing a lot of co-productions in our country, very co-productions with Argentina, with Colombia, and practically all the South American countries. In contrast to previous years, where the credit titles went by very quickly because there's only one producer, for example, Jose Frade, Carlo Ponti, and so on, and that was it, the figure of the producer. I would like to know whether your opinion, whether this is good, as it seems on the one hand, because it adds cultures in the way you understand how a film should be produced, and on the other hand, it shows that perhaps cinema can't create a film on its own account at a national level with one single producer. What's your opinion there? Well, I think everything that adds up is good, and that there are different perspectives within a within a same project. I think it's good, and it contributes at the same time to it. We would have to ask the producers, those that were able to produce a film on their own, what's happened? What has happened to them? That would be the question. And also, I imagine the way things are produced are different. Things have changed. Films now look to international premieres. No one wants their film to stay in their own country, to stay at a small scale. Everyone wants their film to be watched and seen in the more countries, the better. So therefore, that's why I think it's good that there are different types of producers with something in common, and to give greater visibility to that project and greater exposure to that project, of course. Yes, next question, please. Hi, Path. Congratulations. I'd like to know, on the one hand, the prize, what it means for you, and the truth is, what's the projection of this prize? You work in the Latin American market, in Hollywood as well as in Spain. I'd like to know what it means for you, because the San Sebastian Film Festival has a projection that others don't have. I'd like to know what it means for you, and on the other hand, you've gone through many stages. Now you're on TV, and you're back to being the very beautiful girl on TV. And how do you feel? What would you continue to do now? Well, answering your first question first, we actors, we don't work to win prizes. We act in this, basically, in order to survive and make a living, and because we love it, because we love this profession. But when you receive a prize, no matter what it is, albeit it's small, of a small prize, a small festival, it makes you very happy, and it's a great amount of illusion comes along with it. When I talked to Antonio, he was great when he was called up, and he said he was going to be given the National Cinematography Award, and the same has happened to me. That is to say, I'm very, very happy to be here in San Sebastian after many, many years. It's my second time. I was here 15 years ago, 14, 15 years, with Lucia and El Sexo was premiered that year, and I have not come back since then. So all of a sudden, to come back and receiving a prize to Latin cinema, well, this makes me twice as happy, because my relationship with Latin America, it comes a long way, and I have worked a lot in Mexico, above all, in Brazil, and I have a lot of friends in those countries. Latin America, for me, I consider that Latin America it forms part of me, in fact, and I'm married to it as well, so therefore my relationship with Latin America is quite close. And answering your second question vis-a-vis TV, and I'm very happy, the truth be said, to have come back to Spain, and I felt like coming back to Spain with a project, an important project under my arm, such as Perdóname, Señor, that film, and And with the repercussion that it's had, I think it's a series, TV series that's been liked very much, and it's been like a revisiting the audience that had saw me start when I was young actress, when I started to work on TV back then. And I consider on TV very, very powerful, strong things are being done, powerful things are done on TV. And I'm in another project now in which, it's called Fugitiva for Spanish television. We started to record, we started to shoot on we started on the 2nd of November. And now TV is not the smaller brother, shall we say, or second category as it was many years back. TV now has all the power. We're going to the golden age of TV at the present moment. And to have a project of this kind is very important for me, and I'm very thankful for it. Grateful. Next question, please. I would like to ask you, what do you think that the San Sebastian Film Festival has opened up to TV series, and that we, in fact, in competition in Zabaltegui, there's an entire series, and there's the presentation of La Peste, which is the change that we're going through. I think that the film festival is aware to what's taking place in the world. And I think that TV now, television is very important in the entertainment world, because the series that are being shot throughout the world, the co-productions, the level that's being achieved is incredible, so therefore it should be borne in mind. And to tell a story, you can tell a story in 2 hours or you can tell it in 20 hours, but at the end of the day, you're telling a story. So therefore, I think I want to applaud the film festival because it's opening up to TV, and I hope that it will bring about good and positive results, this new way of doing things. Hi, Path. Hi. Congratulations for the prize. Thank you. Quite often it's said that it's much more difficult for women in certain fields, but in cinema, was it more difficult for you being a woman or not? Well, let's see. I've been fortunate enough of not feeling that I've been discriminated because I'm a woman when accepting a role or being offered or to working in a project. What I've gone through very sexist moments on the set, and I've gotten very angry at the same time. I'm not going to tell you stories, but I've gone through moments on set that have been almost misogynist, and I felt very offended as a woman. But that's a personal issue between the director and the actress and so on. But the truth is, I feel I'm a very fortunate woman and have been in my career. I think that I've had access to very good roles and good projects, and now I'm 41. I've still the things that I haven't felt that it might happen to me but I continue to work at my age, and I continue to do things, and I continue to get called up to play roles. And the truth is that in this industry, but in many places as well, I think that sexism, sexist sort of approaches are in any type of sector that we work in. Meanwhile, there are films where the main actor is 50 or 60 years of age and the girl that accompanies him is 20. There will be a problem. And I think, and that's what we have to try to say no to, that is to say, or especially because our children are going to see models of superheroes and so on and so forth, that at the end of the day, you're there just showing them a very sexist and machist model, and that's quite clear. And this is something that we have to keep fighting against. And whatever's in my hands, or whatever, I try to solve it as much as I can when it's in my hands. But the truth is that the problem is an enormous problem, and it's a global problem. Next question, please. Sorry, I can't hear the question without a microphone. Please wait a second so that the microphone can be given to you. The minister has said that he hopes that this year he will be applauded at the festival. What do you think of the possible drop in the VAT for cinema? Yes, we have to celebrate this, but are you going to applaud him or what? I think so. We're not going to boo him, are we, or veto him? He's already been booed and I think and whistled at. And I think throughout the last few years, the world of culture has demonstrated its anger because these have been very difficult years with an impossible tax that had to be paid, and now that finally, albeit it's late, because they said they'd promised it a couple of years earlier, well, they could finally implement it. We have to applaud them. I think that we have to, because otherwise, if we're always going to be angry with them, well, I don't think that's the case either. Next question, please. I'm taking full advantage. Yes, please go ahead. Would you like to come to the San Sebastian Film Festival with a very good film, a large film, a big feature film? With who? What would you like to do? I'd love to come with a film under my arm to the film festival. It's an important film because all of the films that are here are important films. And for me, it would be a dream come true. I hope so. I hope so. A film with a series. Why not? Why not? Of course. Any further questions? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And congratulations, Vega. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.